Okay, there's one more thing. And I'm going to finish with this. And you. We can provide you the greatest opportunity in the history of network marketing. But if you're not the right person in your mindset, in your beliefs, if you're not the right person stepping into that opportunity, you're not going to achieve your potential. You're just not. Mindset is everything. And so I want you to think about your mindset. I want you to think about some of your beliefs. We talk about, the reason I've got this picture, I love this picture because it's like the chain breaking free, okay? And some of us are chained to the past. We're chained to old beliefs. The first thing I'm going to say to you is this. The past does not predict the future. I don't care if you've been here 6 months, if you've been here a year, you've been here 15 years. The past does not predict the future. This business grows in quantum shifts. When you're ready, you shift. It's not an exponential journey. It's not a linear journey. There's shifts. And you ask any of the diamonds, it's like they shifted, they attracted somebody into their business, it shifted their business. Okay? And so in order for you to become the person that's going to win here in ASEA and achieve what you've set out to achieve, you may have to let go of the past. Cut it away. Let it go. Because if you keep dragging that baggage around, if you keep revisiting that, it's just going to slow you down. Okay? I want to talk about beliefs also as a chain. And the chain is only as strong as the weakest link. And in network marketing, you've really got 4 major beliefs. You've got belief in the product, you've got belief in the company, you've got belief in the compensation plan, or the industry, the business model of network marketing, and you've got belief in the face in the mirror, in yourself. Okay? Now, I think belief in product is pretty easy for us to get belief in our product. Go to railredoxresults.com, and I'm going to recommend even starting in reverse. Okay? Some of the latest testimonials have just been crazy. Start in reverse. I'm up to 171. I just published 2 more yesterday. I did 2 calls on Thursday, and both of those now are up on 171. And take a look at them and start going through them. I recommend every new associate should be watching 3 to 4 to 5 Real Redox Results videos every single day for the first 60 days. You do that, your link, your in the chain, your belief will be so rock solid that when someone says that's just salt water, oh, that didn't work for me, oh, that's just whatever, okay? It's like you become bulletproof. You become bulletproof, okay? This isn't brainwashing. This is just getting to a place where you know that you know that you know. You're informed, okay? So that's how I recommend you build belief. The science doesn't build belief for most people. It's the lives changed. And so Real Redox Results is an amazing belief building tool. Belief in the company. Come to convention. Meet Tyler Norton. By the way, I will be kicking off January 8th, Thursday, January 8th. My Discover ASEA will be a conversation between me and Tyler Norton. You've got 32 plus years of ASEA experience. We'll be on that call, and we're just going to have a chat. We're going to talk about where we've been and where we're going. Okay, you want to build belief? Get on that call. Okay, Thursday, the 8th of January, a conversation between me and Tyler Norton. Build belief. Belief in the network marketing business model. When I walked away from a master's in international finance because I read a book, a 96-page book called The Boom Business of the 90s. And this book opened my eyes to the incredible business model of network marketing. And I realized I've always been a little different in network marketing because I was approached with the business model and then I found out about a product later. I left the network marketing industry for 8 years, not because I stopped believing in the business model, but because I couldn't find the company in the business model. It's like I knew I liked girls, but I couldn't find the one to say till death do us part. Okay, or as Beyonce says, put a ring on it. Couldn't find that person. Okay, so I love the business model. I've always loved the business model. It's made so much economic sense to me. So much so, as I said, I walked away from a master's in international finance from one of the finest universities in Ireland and the UK. So I've always loved it. It's always made so much sense. If you're not there yet, if you're not where I am, can I encourage you? Start learning more about the business model. And again, I made a presentation. It's a 49-minute presentation. It's on discoverredox.com and it's called The Business Model. And I made that presentation to try and create a modern day tool that could replace what I read 32 years ago that changed my life. And my hope is something that would make me very happy if someday down the road I meet some 22, 23-year-old kid and said, hey, I watched your business presentation, the business model, changed my life. I'm a network marketing professional. I'm making 6 figures and beyond. That would make me very happy. I'm a teacher by nature, so that would make me very happy. Learn what this is. I call it franchising squared, the people's franchise. It's the next evolution of franchising. So if somebody says to me, that's one of those things, or it's a pyramid, or it's this or that, guys, I'm bulletproof. You can't even make a scratch on me. Not a scratch. Okay? You need to be in the same place. Again, if you've got some big goals here, I didn't get to take the survey to find out who I'm talking to. But if you want to start climbing higher up that mountain, if you want to experience full-time income or lifestyle income, 6 figures, multiple 6 figures and beyond, diamond, ambassador and beyond, you got to have some posture. You got to have some belief. Because your ASEA chain is only as strong as the weakest link. And if you constantly think that network marketing is one of those things and you're just trying to ignore it and push it aside, it's always going to snap at that link. If you're not 100% convinced that ASEA Redox is the single most important health technology in the world today, that link's going to keep snapping there, you know? But let's talk about the last one, you. Belief in yourself. Network marketing is often described as a journey of personal development. Cleverly disguised as a business. It's often described as a journey of personal development, cleverly disguised as a business. It really is about the face in the mirror. It's learning to raise above the line, not play victim, but to play victor. Victims live below the line. This happened to me. No, this is how you chose to react to it. See, once you realize that you can choose the set of your own sail, that you can choose your direction, you become a victor. And this sometimes takes time. I often say there's only 2 steps in personal development. Number 1, become aware. And number 2, have the courage to change. I'm going to ask you this Christmas period, as we go into the holiday period, and prepare yourself for January 2024. I want you to ask a really tough question. I want you to become aware. I read a book called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. I know Danielle knows this book well. Others know this book. Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. And basically it says, we're all addicted to something. We think of addictions like alcohol and nicotine and things like that. But there's other addictions. You can be addicted to anger. You can be addicted to drama. You can be addicted to fear. You can be addicted to guilt. You can be addicted to all sorts of things. And you go, wow, why would I be addicted to anger? Well, why would you be addicted to nicotine? Why would you be addicted to alcohol? Why would you be addicted to cocaine? Why would you be addicted to any negative substance in your life? And you see, you think about it, your anger is nothing more than a chemical that your body has learned to interpret as the emotion of anger. It's a chemical though, just like nicotine, just like cocaine, just like alcohol, okay? And so as you produce these chemicals, so take anger, you're at the traffic light, and the guy in front's texting, he's on his phone, he doesn't see the light change, and you're late, and you get that little surge of anger, you beep your horn, and you get this little chemical rush, just like the guy that smokes the cigarette breathes in that nicotine. The alcoholic just takes that little drink of alcohol, soothes the system, it feels good. Believe it or not, the anger chemical feels good, and they go, ooh. And the next time they extend that anger out, they keep it going in their mind to just get that hit of anger just a little bit longer. And what happened is just an incident all of a sudden becomes a temperament. And then one day it becomes a personality. Now you're an angry person. Because we're addicted to the chemical that creates the anger emotion. So I want you to think of all emotions. Everything you experience is all this beautiful pharmaceutical laboratory that we make. We make all of it. And you can begin to get addicted to these things. So here's my question to you. What are you addicted to? And is it serving you? Become aware. Now, I'll tell you my own personal journey. I don't share my story much, and I'm not going to go into details now. But my journey in network marketing was a very tough journey. I shouldn't say network marketing. My entrepreneurial journey was a tough journey. I left Ireland not knowing a soul in the United States. I was a lonely immigrant. I didn't know anybody, guys. At one point, I had $2 in my pocket. I used to see beggars on the street with their hats in the metro in New York City. And I used to look at them and go, they're better off than I am. At one time, I was $40,000 in debt and literally had $2 cash in my pocket. Where were you December 31st, 1999, when the clock was about to hit midnight and turn into the year 2000? We had a nice party. We had a dinner. I was parking cars as a valet parker outside of Morton's Steakhouse. Why? Because I was keeping the dream alive. I was keeping the dream alive. See, you see the story, you see the glory, but you don't know the story. You don't know the story. So, I went through a lot of struggle in my 20s, in my 30s. A lot of struggle. And one day after reading this book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, I went up into a room, closed the door in the dark, and I'm not a great meditator, but I said, I'm not leaving this room until I figure out what I'm addicted to. And I sat in that room, silent, just silent. What am I addicted to? And it hit me. When it hit me, I knew it wasn't just a thought. I knew it was the truth. It hit me like a brick hitting the side of my head. Yeah, I could feel it. Boom. Alan, you're addicted to struggle. Because struggle had been my identity for almost 2 decades, choosing the entrepreneurial path. Now, the first step to personal development is become aware. I became aware. The second step is have the courage to change. And then you make the journey and say, okay, I'm no longer going to be addicted to struggle. And so my affirmations, I began to change them to I easily and effortlessly. That was the beginnings of my affirmations. I easily and effortlessly attract positive, self-motivated entrepreneurs into my ASEA enterprise. I easily and effortlessly. And so I started to change my identity to no longer be addicted to struggle, but to change that identity. What are you addicted to? Is it anger? Is it fear? Is it drama? Is it guilt? What keeps showing up in your life? You know, I saw somebody did a Facebook post. They're not an ASEA associate, so I'm not calling anybody out here. And they were complaining about the 4th narcissist that they were getting divorced from. Now, I was very well behaved. I didn't write anything, but in my mind I said, what part do you have to play in it, Missy? She's playing the victim card of how horrible all these men are and how they're all narcissists, and she's getting divorced from her 4th narcissist, and poor me, and pity this, and drama, drama, drama. And I'm going, miss, if you only had the courage to look in the mirror, because there's only one thing in common with all those 4 marriages, and it's you. What are you doing to attract a narcissist into your life? What are you addicted to that attracts this? Remember this truth. You attract into your reality people and circumstances that will continue to validate how you feel about yourself. It's one of the greatest truths I could share with you. You will attract into your reality. You will attract into your business people and circumstances that continue to validate how you feel about yourself. You will attract into your reality people and circumstances that continue to validate what you are addicted to. What are you addicted to? Another book that I read that kind of goes hand in hand is a powerful book called Power versus Force. I'm sharing with you, I mean, we could talk about As a Man Thinketh and the power of positive thinking and what are all the other classics, Think and Grow Rich and all of those. But I'm sharing with you guys the books that really, really changed my thinking. Power versus Force. It talks about the levels of human consciousness, the lowest of being guilt and shame. Low vibrational energies. If you're living a life of guilt and shame, you will continue to attract more guilt and shame into your life. You see, it's a spiral, guys. It's a constantly expanding spiral. And you climb up these levels of human consciousness, and then fear and anger and pride, and then courage is the point of transformation into forgiveness and love and peace and bliss and joy and all of these other higher vibrational energies. And you may think I've gone a little cuckoo, like I'm going to run outside now in my sandals and go hug a tree or something. But guys, the quantum world is realizing this is how the world works. Everything is energy. Every musical note on the piano is simply a vibrational energy. The low notes have slower vibrational energies. The high notes have a higher vibrational energy. The colors of the rainbows are nothing more than a vibrational energy. They have different wavelengths. Okay, a microwave and an ultraviolet wave and an infrared wave, they're all just vibrational energies. They're just different frequencies. Well, guess what? Guilt, shame, fear, anger, pride, joy, love, peace, forgiveness, gratitude, willingness, they're all different vibrational energies. And you're like a tuning fork that is giving out a signal, a sound. Think of it as a sign. Think of it as a light. What are you giving out? What you're giving out is what you're addicted to. You will attract more into your reality people and circumstances that continue to validate that vibrational energy. Number 1, become aware, truthfully aware, just by yourself. What is that energy? What sound are you playing on the piano? What color is it? Where are you in the level of human consciousness? And number 2, if you don't like where you are, have the courage to change. You're not a tree. You can move. Don't play the victim. Oh, why did this 4th narcissist take advantage of me? No. Say, what did I do to attract that 4th narcissist into my life? Become the victor of your life. It's a very deep subject, guys, but I wanted to just touch on it here today. Because again, you can have all of this incredible potential lying ahead of you with ASEA One and Club One and this huge entrepreneurial engine. And ASEA, I promise you, ASEA is going to do more business in the next 3 years than we've done in the last 16. We're on the move. The brakes are coming off this baby. We're going to move this to a $500 million company. And then we're going to march towards our birthright, which I said on stage in 2010, our birthright is to be one of the great $1 billion companies. Our product's not on trial anymore. We went from universities laughing at us to universities now reaching out and want to partner with us. Our product's not on trial. We don't have to play defense around our product anymore. Instead, we can start focusing time on sharing the incredible opportunity, on bringing our opportunity story up to match our product story. So everything's set, guys, but you've got to be the right person to step into that moment and take advantage of it. And to do that, you've got to become aware of where you are right now. And if you don't like it, have the courage to change. Have the courage to change and be part of this huge movement that we're going to take around the world and become one of the billion-dollar greats. And we are going to change so many lives. So many lives. Let me finish with this. If I can find my book. I can never find my books. I pull them out and then I can never find them again. Anyway, there's a book called Unlock Your Potential. Unlock Your Potential. And I often read from it. And in it, it simply says, stop buying into the stereotypes. Stop buying into the stereotype of the filthy rich. Stop buying into the stereotype of money's the root of all evil. It's time the good people of the world started making the money. Because when the good people of the world that truly care about other people, it's when they have more money than they need that the world starts to change. ASEA's mission statement is to be a force for good, to better people's lives and be a force for good in the world. And guess what? We attract. The law of attraction is real. We attract people that are attracted to that mission statement. They're attracted to a product that can transform lives. And so as we become more successful financially, guys, we are changing so many more lives with our technology. The size of your commission check is a direct reflection of lives changed. So don't shy away from it. Don't play small. Step into your greatness and achieve the success that you truly believe you deserve.